Good afternoon. My name is John Marceno, and this is Probate Matters, sponsored by Advanced My Inheritance. So, on today's video, we're going to talk specifically about multi-million dollar estates. So, if you're an heir that's receiving at least $1 million or more, and you're trapped in the probate process, we can help you. So, if you're trying to access funds but you're stuck in the probate process and it just seems to be continuing, forever. We've seen them go for, 18 to 24 months and sometimes up to, 3 or 4 years. These cases tend to be much more complicated. As you can imagine, there's more assets, there's more properties. There could be potentially, lingering trusts that are what I've seen where part of the money is in a trust and part of the money or part of the assets didn't make it into the trust. And so it winds up being a very complicated matter for the attorneys and the trustees in order to get to final distribution. So if you find yourself in a situation like that, I've seen, unfortunately, over the last few years, the trend I've seen is where many folks thought that the trust was complete, and only to find out that their loved one, the decedent, hadn't actually finished finalizing the trust. They had full intention of doing it. They actually talked to their attorney. They started the process, but unfortunately, from one complication or another, they winded up passing away before the trust was completed. In other words, not all the assets made it in there. They didn't name all the beneficiaries. They didn't sign the trust and fully execute it. And so all of a sudden, you find yourself where you thought you were part of a trust, you thought everything had been taken care of. Now all of a sudden, everybody's scrambling. The trustees or now have to be executors instead of trustees because the trust wasn't completed. Now all of a sudden they find themselves in a probate case. They find themselves dealing with, a lot more complicated legal issues than they had anticipated. They have to go through the court process. They have to, abide by the, sort of the waiting game or the claims period. And so if you find yourself in that situation where you're getting a substantial amount and you need the funds now, you may need 200 or 300 or 400 or even up to $500,000. Well, we deal with that every single day. Also, if you find yourself where, you're in that same situation, but you are in a trust, we can help you with that